is Thursday, June 22nd.
Yesterday was the solstice.
I know. And Doge was up 5%. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I think this is the summer of Doge. Did you see the story of Doge? Are you motivated? Are you ready to go?
Well, so just give me 1 second. Man, what a wonderful 6 days we've had in crypto, huh? Really kicked off with, Fidelity, and then everyone else jumping in the pool, Valkyrie and Wisdom Tree and Bitwise and Invesco, and now they're all filing. So very, very cool. Super excited. EDX exchange run by Citadel Group. Such a large organization, and their ties and their connections. It's just they're here. The institutions are here. I guess they're setting the pace for regulation to come. And regulation, there's 2 bills that'll go through in the United States in debate and possible vote and pass through the House in, I think, the last 2 weeks of July. So I think that's when they're scheduled.
Because I had September as regulations arriving. That was when I felt like regulations were going to arrive in September, and then we would get the money, because that's what we want. We want the pension money, right? The last run retail showed up and started putting in more, and that's how we got to 3 trillion. But that wasn't. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Pop up. And what happens is that they're all chomping at the bit because they've been bugging. They're like, we're losing money to this crypto thing. We don't feel comfortable, but this is not going away, right? We don't care what you said. You better move it because we're getting job offers. And then the heads of the company are thinking, horse and buggy whip time, right? We better make the change. And now that the green light has been given, this is going to go ahead. Cryptos are not done. Cryptos are never going away. Some of them are, but hopefully none of them are survivors, the ones that we hold. But it's September, and it's still going to be like this though this summer. So get ready on the button, because some of the stuff will go like that, because word will go around, and then there'll be like this pile on, and this fund has been approved in France, and they're going to move, and the people are like, we're going to move all our money quickly. It's like quickly. We've seen this happen before. That's where we get our stuff over on the exchanges ahead of time, and then we just put the sell price, our first sell price, in, which I'm glad I didn't do that for Doge, because it like blew past that 25 cents I was talking about. So much for being a medium. It was like, oops, I missed it. 40 cents, I guess.
Let's share some things here. Let's go through some news, just real quick. So a couple things popping up here. Let's take a look at, this is the U.S. House Committee to vote on crypto stablecoin legislation in July. So that's great. And there's 2 different bills there, 2 proposed laws. They're surrounding stablecoins, and then a clearer pathway for digital assets, as they're calling them these days. And then something that popped up just a little while ago, about 20 minutes ago. I've explained Prime Trust before and what they do. They're a custody service, and Lightning Network actually relies on them quite a bit. But anyway, they are a custody service, and basically BitGo was trying to buy them, and they're not going to buy them now. They said they found things, and there's rumors, bad ones, that maybe Prime Trust was mismanaging funds, but we don't know that. But that's kind of where it's at right now. But BitGo said that upon due diligence, they decided to not go through with the deal. So those are kind of 2 things popping up. And then if we take a look at the regular markets over here, the miners have really just been going off. A lot of people don't know that Vanguard, Fidelity, BlackRock, we've been talking about it for years. And I've tried to explain that those institutions were already in the mining companies, as far as being large shareholders to a lot of different mining companies and investors. So the crypto miners have really been going off, doing really, really well. So it's just been an awesome, I don't even know where to begin. There's so much awesomeness over the last 6 days, right? It's crazy.
It's not reflected in price right now, but we know that's not how it works right now. It doesn't get reflected in price until all of a sudden you just wake up, and you're just in the same way you flipped up your CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, whichever one you use, and you saw Bitcoin at over 30,000 all of a sudden. And the last time you looked at it, it was struggling to hit 27,000. You're like, oh, here we go again. It's starting. It happens so quickly.
Yeah, it's wonderful. These levels take us back. If we take a look at these levels, they take us back to where we were essentially in April of this year. And then it takes us all the way back to the Bloody Father's Day of June 22, right? So this is good. If we can get above this level, and I guess I'm not sharing my screen, but if we get above this level, I expect big things. So super excited. Bitcoin Cash went crazy. Bitcoin went crazy. Ethereum went crazy. There's, it's just great. It's awesome. I'm excited.
We'll see what happens this week.
Yeah, let's see what happens this week.
Because, Bitcoin runs first. That's the way it always goes. And then other stuff runs. And I think we're not going to have like the same old as last time. I think we're going to have, some new big runners in there that we hold and some new surprises. But it's all good. I thought about it before and I said, if it's only 3 that you have to hold to hit pay dirt, you just need to hold 3 of them. And if you're holding a whole bunch of them and everything is going up, and it's like the market's going to go so big, because a lot of people are calculating and they're saying, oh, this one here, if this goes from, I'm holding one coin, and if it goes from like 12,000 to, 200,000. Now, for people who are new in the crypto sphere, that's not a crazy thing to have happen. It's not. I've seen it happen to my own stuff. I've had like 4,000 and it's turned into like $80,000 in a very short period of time. Yeah. And for some people, and it just keeps going. It's the most outrageous numbers I've ever seen in my life. And it's life-changing. Now, a lot of people get wrecked in that because what happens is they FOMO in. And I was thinking about this myself the other night, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I have ever FOMO'd in. I have never. Like, I bought Sandbox after it already got trashed again because it went really high, did really, really well. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I missed it. And I did that with so many of them. Oh, well, I guess I just missed it because I won't FOMO in. So I thought about it and I said, yeah, I have saved myself a lot from getting wrecked by just following the simple rules. You don't even have to, if you're here since 2021 and, we haven't had a big enough run yet to take you back to where you are. But I mean, if you followed the simple rules of don't FOMO in, you're less likely to get wrecked. And a lot of those people have come in and they've since gotten out. And what'll happen is that the market will go on a huge run. They'll be like, oh, I've seen this before, I'm not touching it. But then it's going to keep going and keep going. And then they might bite the bullet and get in by the time the market's at like 8 trillion. You know what I'm saying? But, I would just rather go through all of it at this end, and I'm fine with it. And looking back at all of the knowings that came true, which I hope the story of Doge, I hope that motivates people because, when I look at the videos, I'm like, yeah, I don't get everything exactly right, but you can see that I get the story right. So I hope that motivates people because I know a lot of people are feeling, there's a saying, long in the tooth. I'm getting long in the tooth here. Waiting for my cryptos, for my millions. Hurry up. I got condos to buy.
Nothing's really changed for me. Sticking with the same stuff I've been doing. Crypto miners in the stock market, technology in the stock market, quality crypto and crypto. Sold off the last of my render when I got a nice pop yesterday. And yeah, loving it. Sticking to strength. So I'm firmly in strength with my cryptos. That's where I'm at. Sam, should we go ahead and pop into the questions here?
Yep, let's get started.
All right, let's do it, guys. This first one here is from Bravo with 12 votes. It says, Sam, will the people on the other side give us a blab about how most Sam Jammers will be feeling at the end of July 2023? Also, okay, so let's stop there. So wants to know about the people on the other side or a blab about Sam Jammers, about how most Sam Jammers will be feeling at the end of July 2023.
Well, most will be optimistic, but some of the folks, yes, we do have a few Sam Jammers where the glass is half empty. They are completely necessary in this world for survival. You got to have a mix of everybody. Glass is half full and glass is half empty people. The glass is half empty people will be upset that they did not buy more. Well, you had a chance to buy more. Why didn't you? Well, because the market was down. All right.
And then the second part here says, also curious about Moo's Woo on the month of July 2023. Cheers, you guys. I'm really excited about July. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. Yeah. I'm loving this market. Yeah. Yeah, we both felt that this summer was going to be a really great summer for cryptos. You saw a lot of stuff happening on the back end with blockchain, and you got some Woo going on as well. So I appreciate that someone asked you your opinion, which is nice.
And
And the big boys are here, and I think they're going to get regulation in line. And boy, we're off to the races.
yeah.
This next one here is from Rosanna. And it says, hello, Sam and Moo. Do you still feel strongly about the success of the following Q Labs, and in what order will they run in the anticipated bull run? BAT, ADA, VET, Tezos.
That ADA. What order will they run? That ADA, Tezos, and BAT. That's my order. That's my guess.
All right. Thanks, Sam. And I don't hold any of those, you guys. Give me 1 second. This one is from Solar Dragon, and it says, hey, Sam. Oh, sorry, I got to click over here. Hi, Sam and Moo. Do you still see Reef and XYO hitting $1 or more? Thank you. Much love.
Both of them? Yes. Yes, definitely. I see stuff in the single dollars. I know they have a large number of them, but there's going to be a lot of people buying crypto, so in large quantities. And so the numbers have to go up across the board, and they will when retail comes. Keep that in mind, right? Everything has to go up because they've got a lot of money to pour in. So that in itself is going to create the inflation that they need in order to, I guess, save the pensions.
Thanks, Sam. This one is from Will Mill. Hey, Sam, do you think DOT will see a price above $50 again in 2023? That would only be about 10x, so I figure it's possible, question mark.
Yeah, it's very possible too, because the last high on DOT, I think it was like either $47 or $54. So that, and I did feel like this next run that we were going to see our all-time highs again and additional all-time highs that we hadn't seen before for some of our coins and tokens.
Thanks, Sam. This one's from Petra. Just give me 1 second here. Button's delayed for me. And Petra wants to know, hey, Sam and Moo, Deutsche Bank, BlackRock, and Fidelity are all buying astronomical amounts of Bitcoin. What does the other side see in terms of reasoning for these banks to suddenly be so eager to jump in? What does the other side say? Okay, and then she's got some other things. So why don't we just tackle that first one first? What do the people on the other side in terms of reasoning why she mentions banks? Let's just say institutions so eager to jump in.
Well, I mean, they're losing money. They've lost, the central banks have lost their game. Like they're playing a game and they're losing. And they know that things are going to go down in a ball of flames if this doesn't happen. They need cryptos. They really do. Like they need cryptocurrencies. So 10 years ago, there's no way that they would have wanted Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies to be in the position that they're in. But the banking and financial system is so corrupt and so broken that they know that this system that's starting on the side, and you can't stop it because countries are adopting it. And countries like Nigeria that tried to cancel it had people like rioting in the streets, and they changed within 24 hours. That was the first clue that it's like the people will want Bitcoin and they will have it. So the central banks, the banks, they know this, they know they're in trouble, and they know that and they want the commissions from this, because if they don't get into this, then the exchanges will have all of the business, right? And then the banks will be left out, and then they will have to go into insolvency, because that's pretty much where they're all headed anyways, especially the ones in Europe with their, their backslapping boys club loans that are going to, I mean, that's the only thing that upsets me about cryptos, is that it'll be a cover for some of these people who have, totally and completely spent their life being no talents in the financial system and just figuring out ways that they can, make money on the side for themselves all the time. It's quite terrible.
Thanks, Sam. Dale's got one here. Hi, Sam and Moo. Will the alts follow a BTC price lead during the next bull run, or will there be separation? Thank you.
Oh, no, they're going to follow Bitcoin's lead. And then after that, it'll separate. After that, like Bitcoin will slow down, and the alts, your multiple on your alts is going to be many times Bitcoin. But the only problem is some of your alts don't have, like, they're dead chains now, right? And
Correct.
Bitcoin's not. So that's the thing, right? You know, you go with Strength, you stick with Bitcoin, Ethereum, a couple of the other ones that we've talked about. And if you don't have any out in Pluto land there at all, there's some of those, like, they'll go 1,000 times what Bitcoin does, right? But there's like 3 of them. Can you find them? Probably not. And sometimes I get stuff like that, but you know, not all the time, because then I would have to go into hiding probably. But you know, that's how I feel about it. That you know, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of alts are gonna go really crazy, but it's gonna lead with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin could go up to, I think, like what was the next one? I saw 84,000. That was the price I did see, and it didn't reach that last time. So I was like, okay, yeah, Bitcoin's gonna go again, and it's gonna be at least 84,000.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Rise and Shine's got one here. And Rise and Shine is asking, hi, Sam and Moo, buy more SA, so Star Atlas ships, or buy more Star Atlas tokens? Thanks.
Oh, I'm going to defer to you on that one.
I wouldn't be buying either right now. I'm only in Strength, so that's where I'm at, you guys. So I'd much rather see people be in Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ether, obviously. I'm up 32% in my Matic pickups that I made last week. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, Matic was a no-brainer too, wasn't it? Super
Right.
easy. I love it when the really good ones like that, like when you see the good ones, the ones that everybody's working on that are signing the deals, when you see those get hit, oh man, like that's what I was like. Solana and Matic, those were my 2. I was like, I think those ones have been hit the most. Buy, right? So
Yeah.
good move on that. But I think really what they're looking at for Atlas is that they're just looking at dollar cost averaging, buying it and putting it away. Like that's kind of like what I do, is I just buy them and then I just put them away. And then if I'm going to buy new stuff, I do that with like new money. So they're just wondering, what do you, if you had to choose between those 2, which one would you?
It's really hard to say. I don't know. I think if you're planning on playing the game, I would think that maybe if you can get a good deal on the ships, but I really have not really paid much attention to this project, so I don't know if there's good deals out there, or quote unquote good deals out there. And I don't know if they already have some tokens or they already have some ships, so it's really hard. So yeah. For example, if you would have been in quality crypto last week, like I just mentioned, Matic, and you're up 32%, you could have taken some of those gains and bought, you know, whatever you wanted. So yeah, I don't know. I would say ships, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
I'm just guessing at this point.
All right.
No idea. Neo Knight's got one here. Hello, Sam and Moo. Thanks for all you do. I just wanted a blab on XRP and Doge over the next few months. Just let it flow from the people on the other side.
Well, let's see. The XRP, the settlement has not come in yet, but so many things have been positive and in favor of a settlement with XRP. The reason why it hasn't settled, it's Brad Garlinghouse's fault so far. He doesn't want to sign anything with them. He's not willing to agree to anything at all, and it's because they want to go after him for stuff that he did too. And I think that he should just separate the two. You know, I think that he should just take his hit for whatever it is, and then he should accept that, sign it, and then have the settlement and have it be done with. I think that he's very stubborn. He spent a lot of money, you know. He spent a lot of money. So I would say by the time regulation comes in, like, because if he doesn't do this, you know, they'll end up getting left behind. And of course, we know that they'll do it. We know that we'll do it because the XRP was the bull flag for the market. And I think since regulation is coming in September, that should be the outcome for XRP as well, is by September. And then that'll be a huge run. If you think 3 trillion was a big run, it'll be quicker too, like half the time, less than half the time. Try not to panic.
Thanks, Sam. This next one is from DMC. Hi, Sam and Moo. Do you think a BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF will be approved. I think we both agree that it will be approved. Sam. We've said that before. And it's, if so, how long will it take?
Again, September, probably before then, maybe July, because that will probably be the beginning of the run, but it's not the hockey stick it'll be the XRP. That'll be the bull flag, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a deadline on it. I think there's an 8-month deadline, and we're about 10 months out now from the halving. So they could move sooner on it. It's just they put a deadline on these things, an end date. All right, let's go and take a look at some questions here. This is from Raul. Hi, Sam. What price points do you see for Solana and NEAR protocol in the next cycle?
Well, I think that Solana will see its all-time high again. And NEAR, probably a couple of dollars for NEAR. What is it now? Like $1 something?
I don't know. Let's go take a look.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's not NEAR. That's not NEAR as established as Solana is.
Exactly. NEAR's $1.33 right now.
Yeah, so that'll rise to a couple of dollars. And when you look at Solana going to its all-time, Solana's probably the better bet, I would think, out of the two of them. But again, if you're buying and holding and not hopping around and stuff, I would split it in half. And I would say to you, the timing is going to be different. NEAR's going to be a bit more of a lag, but NEAR's only $1.23 compared to Solana at, what's Solana up to now? 20 something dollars again?
$16.86.
Oh, wow. That's really cheap. I should have bought more Solana too. I didn't know it went that low.
Yeah. And what a good deal. I mean, people could have got it for what? $8, right? So
yeah, that was a while back for the $8, and then it tripled to 24. I was like, wow, that's fantastic. So that's the key, right? If you're going to buy them when they're down, and then you just hold them for the long term and set your goal price. And we could see that at any time, because a lot of times when people are trading stuff, and that's when I see when it goes like that, what happens is people will be up like the 30 something percent and they'll sell, but it's going to go like 30,000%. And then that'll be the oops. Oops. No pullbacks.
All right. Zool's got a very complex one here. So let me just hit the buttons, and then we'll go through it the best we can. Hi, Sam and Moo. Since the nothing burger from the Hinman's emails, ETHgate seems to crack from everywhere. Son of Hinman, Prometheus Free Pass tied with China CCP, Wanjian Labs with Vitalik as chief scientist. Do you still see ETH doing well? ? If yes, all the corrupt guys behind it will still thrive. Thank you.
The answer is yes, and nobody cares about that ETHgate stuff. Like, I saw that posted there, Zol, and thanks for posting that, because I didn't know what was going on there. And the people on the other side said nobody cares. Nobody cares. They don't.
No, this is where I'm glad I'm here, because I think I can help. But if people, if they're reading conspiracy crypto things and they kind of live or they spend their time there, you're going to have a much different perspective than what I would call reality. So we can go through some of this. We do have some time. So just give me a minute. Let me share some things, and maybe I can help you out, Zool, with some of this. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, because that ETHgate, that's been going around for a while. Like back when Ethereum was, $80 and $100, and we were buying it. And then when you hear stuff like that, Zool, like, you don't buy it. Like, you don't listen to me, right? You listen to them. And I just want to help you out with that, because, we want to see you in the place where you want to be and not where they want to put you.
100%. And I agree with Sam. It really doesn't matter what the truth is, but what you're being told is the truth is also incorrect. So
yeah, I felt like it was incorrect, but I'm kind of like, you know what? Nobody cares, right?
No.
Like ETH is going to $12,000. Like, nobody cares about whatever it is and the corrupt guy. Listen, there are murderers out there walking around who haven't gone to jail, and they never will, right? They never will. and they'll never receive any punishment in this life. But I'll tell you one thing I know for sure. Like, I don't know everything, that's for sure. I do get some clues and stuff from making that run back and forth every day to collect my information from the other side.
And we know if they're lying very quickly, because it's easy. Yanswan basically is a huge blockchain company, and they're part of this, the Yanswan holding group, who in this group owns many, many things. Okay, they own manufacturing. They're one of the largest auto suppliers in China, but this is their blockchain division. And the great thing about blockchain is that people from all over the world can invest or give their time and talent to projects. A lot of these people will have different cultural ideas, but that's one of the reasons I like it, is because it allows people from all over the world to participate. So let me just read this thing. Funded by China's Yanswan Holdings, it says, I'm having such a hard time saying this word. Wanzyan is how you say that. Wanzyan. Blockchain Labs is a nonprofit research institution with Vitalik Buterin, founder of Ethereum, as its chief scientist, aiming to accelerate socioeconomic development with blockchain technologies. Global experts together to research such topics as blockchain technology, R&D, commercial application, industrial strategies, etc. So anyway, I can go on and on, but you'll notice, just like I mentioned, Fidelity, BlackRock, they've been investing in blockchain for a long time, into the miners and different technologies and things, and holders like MicroStrategy that have a lot of Bitcoin. So anyway, if we go over, there's no shortage of partnerships. I mean, they're partnered with Ford and Siemens, and I guess some of this is just, this is kind of how the world works, and Deutsche Bank, you name it. But Microsoft Azure, for example. Now, we can pull this up. There's this guy that runs this, what I would call like crypto conspiracy Twitter site, called Truth Labs. And what's sad about this is the guy can't even tell the difference. I would open this up, but it'd take up too much of the screen. He's making claims that Vitalik Buterin sold this organization, Ether. No, they were looking for funding, meaning the Ethereum Foundation, and back in 2015, and a lot of companies around the world, and a lot of people donated money to get this thing off the ground. So what scares me about this is people will read this and they don't even, well, let me go ahead and open it up. They don't even know the difference between the Ethereum Foundation wallets and what is Vitalik's wallets. So that came from the Ethereum Foundation because they had donated money. So that's how it works. They had funded it. So I mean, I could keep going on with this, but I don't know, where should I stop? I thought that's probably a good place. I think people would be surprised. I mean, look at the Ethereum Alliance. No matter what somebody feels about Ethereum, for example, the Ethereum Alliance is huge, and there's gigantic companies that have given time and treasure and expertise and all sorts of things, donated people and money to Ethereum. And, we're talking places like Santander and JP Morgan. I could go on and on, Ernst & Young, because they see it as a viable product, something that they've been building out now for years. So I guess I'll stop there, but I think people should just be really careful where they're getting their info, Yeah,
so there's a lot of them out there for sure. And it's maybe, it's the way that they get attention and they like that. And then they'll put stuff in that maybe is very negative, or they didn't even check to see if something was true or not before posting it, and they got such a response and such a so many it's like Pavlov's dog.
Yeah,
they're doing this stuff and they get something from it. That's what I get from it, that they have something wrong with their minds, and that's where they live, and they really love getting other people together with them, they do feel like they're helping them. I mean, these people do not believe that what they're saying is untrue or a lie.
Right. And yet they're bolstered by the validation that they get from others, right? Or the clicks or the likes or whatever, the followers, right?
Yeah.
You know, a technologist can look at these addresses that are referenced here on this guy's Twitter, and I mean, I already know that those are the Ethereum Foundation wallets. I mean, I've known that for years and years and years, right? So just be careful, you guys, what you're looking at. And that's why I'm here, to try and help.